What's up guys, Zack Scott here, and I hope you're having as much fun playing Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville as I am. The story mode has 24 golden gnomes to collect, some of them easy, some of them tricky. You can buy maps to show the locations, but if you want to save your tacos, then follow this guide that my friend Jordan, aka Xanator, helped me create. If this video helps you out, be sure to subscribe for tons of new PvZ content coming soon. The map is split into 3 sections: Sundrop Hills, Up Down, Uptown, and Pressure Pier. The first gnome is right as you spawn into Town Center. It's right in the bush on the right side, right next to Private Warren. Pick up the gnome and you'll have your very first golden gnome collected. This next gnome is really interesting because did you know that gnomes can drive cars? I did not know, but it turns out gnomes cannot drive cars very well. Look, he crashed it, the car is smoking, but there you go, collect him, you'll have another one. This gnome is also really close to the spawn. In fact, if you get a plant like the pea who has a good jumping ability, you can jump up here and then go over to the tree, and up on top of that tree in the little kiddie pool is a gnome. It looks like he's just relaxing, having fun. Let's make the jump this time. There we go. The gnome is right there. Got him. Level 2. On the trail through Sundrop Hills, just after you pass the bridge, there are a bunch of rocks on the ledge here. You can jump on these boulders, use a plant that has some jumping abilities to, make it from rock to rock. The pea shooter is being used here, and we go all the way over here. It looks like bird poop is there. Maybe it's gnome poop, who knows? We got it, gnome collected. For this next gnome, you'll notice that it's by the telescope in Sundrop Hills, overlooking like a huge body of water. You walk over there, there's no gnome though. Where could it be? Well, if you look, there's actually a switch right over here. And if you shoot the switch, the gnome will appear right next to where you're standing. So there you go, another gnome collected. Hey, if you want another easy gnome to find, it's right here at the base of the waterfall. Well, if you take a look at it, can you really call this a waterfall? I mean, it kind of is. It's more like a little fountain that you would find in a backyard, but you got it, good. Hey, in the back of Sundrop Hills, in the very back, if you go on a little jog to a kind of a garage-looking area, the gnome is hidden back here, right between a tree and a bush. I'm going to show you the journey, just so you know. Not over here, it's over here. Oh, there it is. Another gnome collected. Hey, by the house with all the dog houses, you might know the one. There is actually another gnome in the garage over here. Look at all those dog houses. Anyway, it's like you put it in the garage and he doesn't care about it anymore, but we care about it, so we collected it. This next gnome here is interesting. It's a race, and basically you pick it up, and then the race starts, and you go running around in the circle lap, and you get it. So you just don't have to pick these up. You just run through them. When I first ran through them, I thought I had to pick them up, but no. You just gotta run through them, collect them, and then eventually, once you run around the course like a couple laps, then a gnome will appear at the top. And then you collect it. So we're gonna go ahead and let this play out really quick. Oh, you didn't even have to jump for that one. You don't even have to jump for these. Okay, who knew? But there we go. The gnome is now on top. I don't know what that music is for. We got it. Hey, after that big race, I'm a little winded, so let's get an easy one. Let's go over to the lettuce patch right here and pick up our gnome. There we go. This requires a little bit of jumping work, but if you can jump up onto the trains over here, then you can use the trains to eventually jump on over to the scaffolding over there, because you see next to the cones, there is a gnome hiding right behind the cone, gnome cone. So just use a plant that has some jumping capabilities, and you can grab it right here and have another gnome collected. But hey, if you want another easy gnome to collect, it's just right here on the ledge, right there. Just kidding, it's a race. We got a race for this one too. So let's go around and collect these gnomes. And so thankfully they have little yellow beacons that shine from the top of them so that we know which direction to go. And if you just follow that, even though some of them are behind buildings, it's kind of hard to see them. But there's another one right over here. So just grab all the gnomes. Eventually, I mean, there you go. I thought we were going to miss that one for a second. But there we go, over here, run, 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 run. You sense a faint gnomish energy, no joke. I can see it right in front of me. This race is actually not in a circular path. At least I don't think it is. Right through here, and here's, again, I don't know what this failure sound is, but we got it. We got the gnome, there we go. Hey, if you guys like races, you're gonna love this one, another race. Let's go get to it. Pick up the gnome, the starting gnome. Right here. They look so easy, like, oh, easy gnome. But no, it's suddenly a race. So let's go get them. Thankfully, the pea shooter seems pretty fast. And we can run through all these gnomes relatively quickly. This one's a little bit shorter than the last one, but a little more perilous as well. I like this, like, these docks, boardwalk looking area. Really cool and pleasing aesthetically. They did a great job designing this game. What's with the failure music? We did it. Now, at the very beginning of this episode, I told you this video is designed to help you save your tacos. Well, there's no getting around this one. You have to bring 200 tacos down to the sewers, and I'm showing you the path right now. But once you get down here, you'll see a toilet, and it wants you to flush 200 tacos. And you're like, what? What is it going to give me? And it gives you a gnome. So there you go, gnome collected. Was it worth it? Yes. This next gnome is actually pretty involved. It requires you to fight a lot of gnomes. And so you go over here near KPVN and hit a switch right there. That thing falls down. And you're like, oh no. But then, look, a gnome thing kind of lifts up. A gnomelith is what it's called. You use it, you got to feed it. But then, look, you get to actually fight some gnomes, right? Sounds fun. So once you do that, you fight these basic gnomes here at the bottom. We're going to skip that. Once you get all the bottom ones destroyed, now you can make your way up to the top of the radio station and fight an even bigger gnome. So let's see, let's peek around the corner. So there's a few bomb gnomes here. Go ahead and take care of them however you wish. Boom, that took care of them really good. Oh, not all of them, some of them, most of them. But then this other gnome is here at the top who's a real challenge. And keep in mind, you know, if you lose this, you'll have to pay again. So, where is he? Where is he? There he is. He's a champion. It's just a gnome champion, but you know, use something like the P Gatling or maybe the Citron laser. Take care of him nicely. Goodbye, gnome. Okay, pick up any tacos and coins that he drops, and then run back to the gnomelith that you saw, and hopefully you did not lose this battle, because otherwise you have to pay again and pick up your reward. A gnome collected. So hey, after the races and after the fights, let's do another easy one. Go to Pressure Pier and collect the gnome in the boat and the ropes. Got him. Alright, so that one was easy, but how about a challenge again? This one also requires 10 tacos each time you attempt it. So, my friend Xanator here, looks like he failed a couple times, but he eventually switched to Nightcap and pulled it off. So, he described it as, this sucks, but it's doable. So, here we go, let's see how he pulled it off. This is Nightcap jumping over here. And you basically got to jump on these platforms, and it's timed. Nightcap has the double jump, which is quite useful. There's a VHS tape down there, I don't know if you saw that. But we're going to have a VHS tape episode very soon. You get extra time each time that you collect one of these, so do not worry if it looks like you're low on time, because you always have another shot. Whoa, nice double jump there. See? Nightcap saves the day. Mushroom class for the win. Still got time. Still got time. Man, these things make you really leap for it, huh? You know, I wonder what other classes would work for this challenge. Let me know in the comments below if you use something different than Nightcap. Anyway, once you complete that, the golden gnome appears on top of the gnomelith. You can pick it up right there. How about a puzzle for the next one? This gnome right here requires you to solve a puzzle. Basically, you hit the switch right here. It's kind of hidden, but you hit the switch right there, then a gnomelith pops up. Actually, 2 gnomeliths pop up. And what you got to do is you got to go over here and you have to rotate the symbols at the top on both of them and make sure that the matching symbols face each other. So for this particular one, the hands are going to be facing each other. And then when they do, a beam of energy is going to go between the hands to signal that, hey, we need to create a gnome. Boom! Got him. Gnome collected again. Very cool. Now, these might seem like they're getting more and more complicated, and that's because they are. This one is kind of another puzzle. You shoot the switch. It's not really a puzzle so much, but it's a combat puzzle, I guess you would say. A gnomelith appears. You feed it your tacos. You can't save all of your tacos. Let's get something with some precision here, because you can only kill the shooting gnomes. So see the shooting gnomes right there? There's a whole bunch of them, but you only want to take out the shooting gnomes. There's one of one. More appear. There's 2. And there's a whole bunch of other gnomes here trying to get in your way, trying to attack or block while the shooting gnomes attack you. So if you have something like the cactus with precision, shouldn't be super hard, but hey, just keep that in mind. You only want to take out the shooting gnomes. Again, first it was 1, then it was 2, now it's 3, and there are a whole bunch of these windmill gnomes all over just trying to ruin your day. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Okay, whoa, see, we're down to low health. It's kind of freaky right now, right? But don't worry, because if you just set your heart to it and you give it your all, you can pull it off. I hope. Yes, you can pull it off, and then the gnome, the golden gnome appears on the Gnomelith. Don't fail, or you'll have to pay more tacos. You know, I was wondering what was in this little museum building here, but there turns out to be a switch at the very top of the doorway here. You hit the switch, aim, fire, hit the switch, and then basically some more Gnomeliths pop up. And it's the same concept where you want all the same symbol facing each other. So just fiddle with it until you figure out exactly what symbol you want. Some of them look kind of similar. They're all kind of pointy, but let's go, which one is, yeah, see, some of these do look similar. So you got to figure out exactly which ones you want. But they kind of light up when you've succeeded, right? It's a lot to line up, but if you fiddle with it a bunch, you're gonna get it, maybe. Oh my gosh, someone's shooting. Move! There's actually 6 of these Gnomeliths, so it's quite the chore. But once you get it all done and everything's lit up, there we go, there's one lit up. Okay, that one's lit up as well, but see, like I said, there's multiple, so you want them to be lit up from multiple sides here. See, yeah, there you go. Oh, 3 sides, that's perfect. The middle ones need 3 sides. These need 2. So yeah, I don't know, that was fine as is. And there you go. And then the gnome is going to appear on top of the gazebo, right up there. So just go up here, use a plant that has some jumping capabilities. You know, the pea is a great example. And then you can collect your gnome. Very awesome. Hey, you might be wondering what this bird nest is doing over here at the beach. Well, give it a shot. Like, literally, shoot it. That pea looks hilarious. And then you can go over here and get the golden gnome because it appears. So it's not really a puzzle, but it kind of is. But also, it's super easy compared to everything else. And by everything else, I mean, look at this next puzzle. It's another one of these rotating Gnomelith puzzles. It's right here in Pressure Pier as well. So if you're here, go ahead and give this switch a shot up there. Missed. Let's shoot it. Let's shoot it correctly. Okay, there we go. The Gnomeliths all appear, all with their little pointy hats that we got to rotate. Let's speed this up a little bit so you can kind of see what we're doing, and we'll get it done quicker. And once you align everything appropriately, just like the other puzzles, then the gnome appears. And so basically just rotate them until the particular symbols line appropriately. There we go. It's not going to be the same symbol for each puzzle, so this one's, what you want to do is base off the lights. When all the lights that they're facing light up, there you go. Now, at the oars, they're over here. Okay, the gnome is here, right at the oars that are crossed in front of themselves at the boulder. Still in Pressure Pier, here's another gnome that you can get by competing in a combat-based objective. Basically, first you got to find the button, though. It's over here on this island. You shoot the button, and then a Gnomelith appears. You feed it 10 tacos like always, and then a little circle shows up. So feed it 10 tacos. You have to stay in this circle. You don't have to stay in the circle, but you got to prevent gnomes from exploding in this circle. We're going to ignore the treasure yeti for now, because we got to focus on these gnomes. There's only 10 detonations allowed. Don't let them get in and detonate the bombs. So we're going to skip past a little bit of this, but believe me, it's tough. But once you actually pull it off, and you can find this in one of my videos soon, once you actually pull this off and let the timer count down, you've done it. You've completed it. No problemo. And then the gnome appears on top of the Gnomelith. All right, last but certainly not least, there is a gnome over here, kind of by the docks. But first you got to hit a button, shoot the button right there, and then the gnome appears at the dock. Easy, we saved an easy one for last. Like I said, last but not least. Very cool, and once you get all 24 gnomes, you get a metal gold dusted. Now, what do you do with those 24 gnomes? Well, you go back down into the underground here to the gnome base, or whatever it's called, and then you cash them in to get your treasure. Let's see what we get here. Gonna go up the stairs, and look at that. Look at that. Now, these are the diamond gnomes that we still need to do. I'll do another video about that. I'm in the process of getting those myself. But we have 2 treasure chests that we can get. One to the left, one to the right. The one to the left is really cool. It has a Shrine of Tra-La-La, a super rare thing. And then also some coins, 50,000 coins. And then over to the right, we actually have, to go along with the shrine, we have the gnome hammers. What are they called? It shows us, right? There they are, the infinity mallets. I call them gnome hammers, but they're the infinity mallets. Sounds much cooler. And of course, another 50,000 coins. Now pretend like this says ZackScottGames rather than Xanator, because this is from his recording, but this is what the victory slab looks like with the infinity mallets on them. Personally, I think it looks awesome. Well, that wraps up my showcase of all 24 golden gnomes. Thank you, Xanator, for helping me film this episode, and be sure to subscribe to both of us if you want to keep up with the latest PvZ Battle for Neighborville videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more. I'm Zack Scott. Subscribe if you have not. If you like this video and want to help this channel grow, all you gotta do is click the like button below. Thank you so much for watching. You can now join and become an official member of ZackScottGames. And if you want cool shirts like this, visit ZackScott.shop.